name is Willie Jones. I'm here to talk to you about hard work and opportunity. I love basketball, so I'm going to start you all off with a little quote by the one and only Michael Jordan. He said, obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it. Everyone has obstacles in their life. Today I will tell you about some of mine. I was born in Harlem, 1987. There were 10 kids in my family and my mom was a single mom. We did not have a lot of money growing up. We were on public assistance and paid rent with Section 8 vouchers. Sometimes we would eat oatmeal for every meal because that's all we had. Some days we would have nothing, but my mom was a very hard-working person. She worked as a teacher aide in Manhattan Elementary School. We moved apartments a few times when I was little. When the rent got too high, we moved to another place in Harlem. Then Brooklyn got too violent, so we moved to the Bronx. But no matter where we lived, my mom worked. No matter where we lived, my mom worked. Single mom, working in Manhattan. She grew us up right. She told us never give up. I always listen to her and older people. She said, don't play with grown-ups, just listen. I liked school, but it was hard for me to learn. I did not know how to read or write. Anytime it was time for me to read, I would keep my mouth shut. I was embarrassed. I did not know if I was going to say the right words. The teacher just passed me to the next grade. I was wondering why they were passing me. I did not understand anything. Finally, when I was in 5th grade, I got put in special ed. These classes helped me because they were smaller. My older brothers joked on me for being in special ed. They said, you stupid, you won't be nothing because you're in special ed. It just made me stronger. It hurt me bad though. I did not get in trouble. I stayed to myself. And so far, I am the only one to finish high school in my house. The counselor from high school set up a meeting with Fedcap. Fedcap trained people with disabilities. I have a learning disability and I also broke my leg when I was 9. So I walk with a limp. I had to go to the doctor to get some tests. They needed to find out my weakness and my strength and my weakness. The doctor gave me a diagnosis. He said there are hundreds of learning disabilities. I have 2 kinds. One is called aphasia. It means you have trouble speaking and understanding spoken words. And the second is called dysnomia. This means you can't think of the words you want to say. I have had these disabilities for my whole life. On top of these disabilities, the doctor could tell I was frustrated. I was sensitive about what other people thought of me. I was shy. I just want to avoid everyone, but the doctor said it's okay for me to have a job as long as I was supervised. So I went to Fedcap for a job. The counselor asked me, why do you want a job? What do you want to do? And I told her I like to clean. And I want to help my mom pay the rent. I was nervous. It was my first job ever. I never had a job before. I was not used to being around people. While I was in the locker room, I did not know what to say. The hard part was talking to people, but the easy part was doing the job. I went to custodian training. I learned fast. They put me in OJT Penn Station for 3 months. I liked the job because I like to clean. Sometimes I'm the only one in my mom's house that cleans. I wipe everything. If I know she had a long day, I will make sure the whole house is clean. They were happy with my work at Penn Station, so they asked me to work at Ellis Island. I thought they would give me a day off, but they didn't. But they did not, they needed me the next day. Even though I grew up in New York City, I had never been to Ellis Island. So I took the wrong boat. I took the boat to the Statue of Liberty because I thought they were on the same island. When I saw the Statue of Liberty, I was amazed. I called my mom and said, I am at the Statue of Liberty. I took about 30 pictures in my phone, then I called my boss and said, I am here. And he said, no, you are not. The other boat to Ellis Island. So I started working at Ellis Island, cleaning the 3rd floor. My job title was client worker. I started out on the 11 to 7 shift. My job was to close up the facility. I cleaned the restrooms, exhibit areas, and theaters, and took out the garbage. My supervisor, Fernando, gave me a logbook to read to keep track of what was clean. I told him I can clean, but I can't read. So he taught me, he made some codes for me for exhibits. He wrote an X and said, with this X, can you remember its exhibits? He wrote a big W for Windows and said, can you remember this W is for Windows? So day by day I caught on and I practiced my reading. Fernando told me to read a newspaper every day and to keep a library card. So I get a newspaper every day and I read the sports section. Also, I told Fernando, I don't know how to talk to people. I was so shy, I was afraid to say hello to people. So Fernando took me with him to walk around the building. He would walk by someone and say, good morning. And they would say, good morning back. And Fernando would say to me, was that hard? He built my confidence. So Fernando is a good boss for me. And the job is good for me too. First of all, I love cleaning, but I also love the feeling of being responsible. People needed me. I was an important part of the team. After about 2.5 years, my boss Fernando got promoted. Then Fernando asked me if I wanted his old job as a work leader. He said he would recommend me because I had excellent attendance and I was reliable, so I put in for it. In September of 2009, I got promoted. Now I am a work leader. On Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesday, I manage 7 people at the Statue of Liberty. On Saturday and Sunday, I manage 9 people in 4 locations: Liberty Island, Battery Park, and Liberty State Park. I delegate the cleaning duty to the client workers. If someone calls out sick, I make sure their work is covered by someone else while I do it myself. People ask me all the time, what is it like working at the Statue of Liberty? I tell them I take Lady Liberty very seriously. She may look dingy on the outside, but on the inside, the lady stays clean. We cleaned the inside of the entire statue from her head to the museum under her feet. We don't clean the outside, we just clean the inside. This job is a workout. I'm up 6 flights of stairs. You have to be fit and prepared, running up and down those stairs. I start at the lobby and go up to the pedestal, which is the star shape under her feet. I keep my body in shape. Some people hate cleaning the stairs, but I love it. I am the type of guy who likes to work out. I tell people I want to do the stairs. So that's the story of my career so far. 5 years ago, I was afraid to say hello to people. Now I am a work leader and I talk to people all the time.
Thank you, Willie.
He's not done.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Willie. Please continue.
Fedcap helps to see that I am capable of things I never thought I could do. This job has helped me grow. For one thing, I pay my mother bills. I always wanted to give something back to her. She believed in me when nobody else did. I have been chipping in to pay her bill ever since I got my first paycheck in 2006. That makes me very happy. It makes her happy too. Remember I told you my brothers made fun of me for being in special ed? Well, they are asking me to help them get a job now. Also, I am not shy anymore. I used to think that everyone was mean, so I never knew how many nice people there were in this world. But there are a lot of nice people I work with at Fedcap. And the visitors to the statues are also nice. I meet people from all over the world. Also, I am smarter and more experienced. But one thing I know what book to take at Liberty Island. It seems funny when I think about the days when I took pictures of the statue and called my mom. I have come a long way. And one more big change in my life, I am a father now. I have a beautiful 1-year-old daughter, Janice Jones. I love being a father. I am not that good at changing diapers because if I see one speck of dust, I start over. I use about 15 wipes every time I change her. I told you I am clean. It is a lot of work being a parent, but I love it. She is beautiful. I just look at her pictures and say, wow, I have a beautiful daughter. She is beautiful. It gives me a headache. I have a lot of hope for the future for mine and hers. The next thing I want to do is pass my driving test and buy a car. If you want to drive, you need to learn how to read. So I read a newspaper every day now. I am making progress. Taking the job was a turning point in my life. And the kind of job I want to do for a long time. So in closing, I will leave you with another quote from Michael Jordan. He said, I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost almost 300 games. On 26 occasions, I have the trust to make the game-winning shot and miss. And I have fell over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Jordan succeed because he get back up after he fall down. So I am here today to remind to keep up the good work, keep getting jobs for people with disabilities. There will be obstacles in your path along the way, and you will fall sometimes. Don't let that stop you. Get up. keep up the good work. And thank you very much, all of you guys.